Well, Mozilla, or the Mozilla Foundation, and actually that's the nonprofit behind the Firefox browser, and you might be using that browser, is laying off 30% of its staff. Now, how many actually is that? Well, according to this article, which I will link to in the YouTube description down below, make sure you go over there and check it out. That's 60 people. But, one person being laid off is bad, especially in this economy. However, over the last few years, a lot of people have been laid off for one reason or another. So what is all this about? Well, the Mozilla Foundation, which again is the nonprofit behind the Firefox browser, and by the way, it's a nonprofit, but they get funds and money from companies like Google and other companies and individuals as well. If you want to support, you can. Now, you might be using the Firefox browser, and if you are, let us all know, because the use of Firefox, I think, over the last 5-10 years has declined substantially. I used to use Netscape way back in the day, showing my age there, but then I used Firefox for a number of years, and then smartphones came along and the whole Google ecosystem and Chrome just seemed to work, and I mostly use Chrome right now. But Mozilla has laid off 30% of its staff, including the complete elimination of its advocacy and global programs divisions. Now, this decision comes as a part of a larger restructuring effort to increase agility and focus on core principles. Now, from what I understand, actually, earlier on this year, Mozilla laid off some people as well. That was in February. So this is not a good trend. However, if Mozilla really can't figure something out with the Firefox browser that is going to somehow separate itself from the pack, and there are a lot of browsers to choose from these days, and that is inherently part of the problem. There are so many browsers to choose from. You're going to pick the one that you think works best for you, and I think there's going to be many, many more browsers that will pop up in the future. But a word of warning: you might not trust Microsoft, you might not trust Google, or you don't like the fact that they're mining all your data and all the rest of it. That's perfectly okay and understandable, and I don't like that either. However, please do your research if you're thinking about using a browser from a company you don't know, from a country you don't know. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up, and I'll see you in the next one.